Hi! Welcome to our video today. We shall be discussing chemical equations. That will be page 266 to page 292 of your book. Online class! Full disclosure before we start. Everything is chemical. This is chemical. This is chemical. This is chemical. This thing, made of chemicals. This one, made out of chemicals. This one, made out of chemicals. This one, made out of chemicals. Alcohol, made of chemicals. So the point is, everything is chemicals. So for this video, you're going to learn how to write a chemical equation. When you write a chemical equation, there are things that you have to consider. Consideration number 1. Instead of writing the chemical name, you are going to write the chemical formula of the compound. So that would mean you need to know how to write the chemical formula of the basic compounds in chemistry. Imagine writing dihydrogen instead of H2, or dihydrogen oxide, which is H2O. Consideration number 1 makes sense because it shortens how you write your chemicals. Consideration number 2. In an equation, the left side is going to be the side for the reactant, and the right side is going to be the side for your product. Reactants are the one that's going to be reacting, and the product is the one that's going to be produced after the reaction. If you have two compounds in the reactant side and the product side of your equation, you are going to use plus. And in this case, plus doesn't mean plus. Plus means and. For example, methane and oxygen, sodium and chloride. That's consideration number 3. Number 4, between the reactant and the product, you're going to write here. You're going to write an arrow. The arrow simply means produced or made. So for example, the reactant produced the product. Reactant 1 and reactant 2 made product. And another thing, all of the elements on the reactant side should always be on the product side, because you use this to create your product. That would mean you're not supposed to lose anything, because you use this to create this. So if there's a C here, there's a C on the other side. If there's an O here, there's an O on the other side. If you have H on the other side, which means whatever you use in the reactant side will be found on your product side. So other symbols that you have to realize: if you see a symbol like this, that means there is an application of heat in the reaction. Another thing, arrow pointing up means creation of gases, and arrow pointing down, which means you're creating precipitate. Another thing to keep in mind, if there's a letter S in your compound, that means that was solid. If you have L, that means liquid, and you have G, that means gas. And if it has an AQ, that means that's an aqueous solution. Aqueous solution, such a grown-up word. Let me Google that. Aqueous solution is when that chemical was dissolved in water. Why is that important? Because without the AQ, the L, the S, or the G, compound actually comes in different state of matter. For example, if there was a compound that you're supposed to use a solid one, but then you use an aqueous solution one, that's going to be bad. You're not going to have the same result. You're not going to make the same product. That's why knowing those stuff will help you as you write your chemical equation. I hope that you learned something, and see you for the next video. Bye!